احنا جايين من كل مكان للصويرة زينة البلدان زوروا ونرجع فرحان كالضبيل وللهيل ولا حوض السلاح ومحيلة نضربوا شوفار هاد الليلة.
With the permission of Hashem, I would like to wish you bracha v'atzlacha, briut be'ez Hashem. And before I will talk a little bit longer, I would like just to explain something about the Parsha of that we're saying in Shabbat. You know, lately we talk a lot about Abraham, Itzchak, and Yaakov, their life. And there was something that we did not understand. After the Akeida, after that Abraham Avinu is supposed to sacrifice Itzchak, and then Hashem, he told him, stop. We saw that Abraham Avinu, he came back to home, but the Torah didn't say where Itzchak was. Where did he go, Itzchak? Well, there is some rabbis who said that Itzchak, after the sacrifice, he showed to Hashem how much he was stronger, how much he loved Hashem. For Hashem, he is willing to do everything, and he didn't care about, usually, when he's supposed to die, to be sacrificed, and Hashem, he said, no, stop. He's supposed to be happy and to go to see his mother. But he didn't go to see his mother. Can you imagine? I'm sure the same way that Abraham Avinu heard that Sarah, she passed away, because Sarah, she was very well known. So Itzchak as well. He's supposed to know that his mother, she passed away. So we didn't see that Itzchak Avinu, he went to bury his mother. The Torah talk a lot about Abraham and Itzchak. They went together for the sacrifice, but to bury Sarah, the Torah don't talk. Talk only about Abraham, that he went to bury his wife Sarah. But where were Itzchak Avinu? So Itzchak Avinu, he went to the yeshiva. Can you imagine that? It's amazing. I mean, it's incredible to believe that. I don't understand. The first thing he should do is at least to go to see his mother. Now that his mother should pass away, at least to go to bury his mother. With Abraham, even if he went to the yeshiva, you have to know something. When Abraham Avinu passed away, the whole kings of the world, they came for the funeral of Abraham. And because Abraham, he was so very well known. Today, to get some news, it's easy. There is internet, there is media, telecommunication. Today there is telephone. Today there is satellite. At that time, there was no satellite, no media, no telephone, no texto, nothing. But, from mouth to mouth, people know everything. If the news came quick, because everyone tell the other, then in a few days, all the Middle East could know any news. I mean, this is I remember in Morocco, in the Sawera, when something happened, all the city know. How did they know? Because this is the mouth is like a radio, It's like that. We maybe sometimes it could take some weeks, but usually it's for something very, very important. Everybody knows about it. So I don't understand. Itzchak Avinu, I'm sure he was not far away, and everybody was talking about the funeral of Sarah. So and he's supposed to be there. He didn't go. Why? My friend, this is the sacrifice of Itzchak Avinu. Itzchak Avinu alav shalom, He said, well, all my life should be a sacrifice. I did sacrifice myself for Hashem. Now my father decided to go, that I should go to the yeshiva to study Torah. No, if he had a dilemma, what to do? To go to bury his mother or to go to study Torah? It's a big dilemma. It's a big dilemma, what to do? So he said to himself, well, because Hashem, he wanted me to be his own sacrifice, and Hashem, he compare what I did like I would sacrifice. So if I go now for my mother's funeral, maybe people will tell me, well, because of you she was sacrificed. Because of you she died. Because she heard that you've been sacrificed. So so he didn't want to embarrass her. And he didn't want to embarrass his father. He didn't want to even embarrass Hashem. So that's why Itzchak Avinu, he decided it's better that I don't go for the funeral of my mother. It's better. Because if I go, maybe people will talk. Maybe people will not understand why. Because not everyone can understand a tzaddik. People, that's why the tzaddikim, they should be very careful what they do in front of people. Because there is people that they cannot understand. Like I remember one day I was in the plane, a long trip, and I took the plane in a rush. It was a long trip. Otherwise, I had to spend a few days more in the place where I were. So I had no time to prepare food, no time for nothing. In the airport, I bought some fruit for a 14 hours flight. And the plane, every time the steward, he couldn't understand. I'm fasting. I couldn't tell him, and there was no good kosher food, nothing. So I said, I have my own food. So every time she passed, she tell me, but I didn't see you eating. I said, yes, I ate. I didn't want to tell her I didn't eat. Because she would not understand me. She would think I'm crazy. I'm Jewish and crazy. So she don't need to know that sacrifice that I'm doing, that I will not eat 14 hours. She don't need. And besides the 14 hours, I didn't eat all the morning. So maybe it's like Kippur, more than Kippur, So she will not understand me. So I prefer to lie, to say, yes, I eat. And from time to time, I take an apple. I say, well, this is only the dessert. The sandwich, I ate it. You didn't see me, I ate it. Because when the light was off, because 14 hours flight, they turned off the light in the plane. So she believed me. But in the morning, for the breakfast, I said, Madam, I'm sorry, I don't eat in the morning. So she could understand it. So Itzchak Avinu alav shalom, so that people will not ask questions. He preferred to do that kind of other sacrifice, not to attend the funeral of his mother. That was Itzchak Avinu alav shalom. My friend, I would like to wish you bracha ve'etzlacha, briut ve'et Hashem. One thing I have to tell you, this is very, very, very important, that in life, all life is full of sacrifice. What to see, what not to see, what to do, what not to do. And everyone knows what to do, what not to do. And everyone knows what to see, what you do, it's good for Hashem, what it's not good for Hashem. Now I would like to tell you a beautiful story. There was a big rabbi, alav shalom, Rabbi Mordechai Shulman, the Rosh Yeshiva of Slavotka. This big rabbi, he went to America before the World War II start. He went to America to collect money for the yeshiva. And unfortunately, when he arrived to America, he heard about the war started, And now nobody can go back to Russia, to Slavotka, it's impossible because the war started. And he left all his family there. So can you imagine how much he suffered? He suffered a lot because he's alone, no news. What happened to his family, his wife, his children, his parents? And now, what he did, so he was doing lectures of Torah. But can you imagine with how much sacrifice he gave lectures of Torah to people and without knowing what's going on to his family. It was not easy, nothing. So Baruch Hashem, the work, it's over. So now started to do some inquiries about, having some information. What happened then? The people heard that 6 million Jews were killed, thousands of Jewish community had been destroyed, and of course, he don't know what happened to his wife, children. And Baruch Hashem, he heard good news. His wife, Baruch Hashem, she's safe. The children now are not children anymore. They are people, they are men, are safe, thanks God. So he started to do all what he can to bring them to America. But the question is, why he didn't go? I mean, like a lot of people, they were in his, like him, people went to do some research. He didn't go to do some research. He was waiting. Now that he heard that they are alive, first thing to do is to go to see them in the camp where they were, and then to do everything to bring them back with him. He could do it. There were some people who told him, we do all our arrangements for all what you did for us, the Torah that you give us. We can do a lot of things for you to help you to go to Europe, to bring back you. He said, well, anyway, they will be coming. So why I have to waste time by flying, going, it will take 2-3 months. I prefer to stay and study Torah. Now, the Nazi did destroy my yeshiva, the Slavotka yeshiva. So I will build here in America the Slavotka yeshiva. So while I'm waiting for my wife and children to come, I will carry on collecting money as I did before. The money I collected before to the Slavotka yeshiva, now it was destroyed. I keep it to rebuild the new yeshiva. And that's what he did till his family came. Exactly, my friend. This is Itzchak Avinu. Itzchak Avinu, now that he knows that his wife, that his mother, she died. She died because of his sacrifice. She passed away because of it. So he said to himself, what can I do more to go now to bury her, wasting the time? Now that I am alive, and she died because of me, the best happiness I can give her up there in the Shamayim is by going to the yeshiva and studying Torah, and to avoid any kind of misunderstanding with people that they will bother me. They will tell me, yes, because of you she passed away. She will not understand. It's better not to go. Only Abraham went. My friend, there was another tzaddik, Rabbi Raanana, who was a big tzaddik. He was the student of the Chafetz Chaim. One day, he was in the yeshiva, he heard that his wife, she had a baby boy. Oh, he was very happy. He went to the Rosh Yeshiva, to the Chafetz Chaim, and he told the Chafetz Chaim, Rabbi, my wife, she had a baby boy, Mazal Tov. Now I want to go for the Brit Milah. So the Chafetz Chaim told him, you want to go for the Brit Milah, but it will take you 5 to 6 days to arrive there. I mean, you will arrive there just one day before. What about the Bitul Torah? You will not study Torah. So he said, yeah, but it's a mitzvah to do the Brit Milah for your son. He said, yes, you can, but you can send a telegram, because today, before there was no telephone, You could send a telegram. You can send a telegram, and you can ask from one of your family to represent you, to be your shaliach, and they can do it. You stay, study Torah. Who can do that? Tell me. And that's what he did. Rabbi Chava Samai didn't go for the Brit Milah of his son. He listened to the Chafetz Chaim, and he stayed in the yeshiva to study Torah, and he gave a call to his wife. He told his wife, the Chafetz Chaim told me, it's a Bitul Torah if I come. So you don't mind if I send a telegram to somebody to be my shaliach to represent me for the Brit Milah? She told him yes. If the Chafetz Chaim told you this, yes. That's the kind of people that the Jewish people had, living with sacrifice with Hashem. Because we have a big Yitzhara. And the fight is not to listen to Yitzhara. When we don't listen to the Yitzhara to do bad things, so it's like we did a real sacrifice to Hashem. So I pray to Hashem to give you happiness and baracha v'atzlacha. Amen.